Hello, this video is part of a series of resources for Texas property owners. I'm Pat O'Connor with O'Connor & Associates, and the topic for today's video is the Appraisal District's magic math for unequal appraisal. The appraisal districts use a special formula, a very special formula, to generate a predetermined value. And no matter what the comparable, the adjusted value of the comparable is the value of your home. So let's go through and look at this for a moment. So the value of your home is land is A and the improvements are B. So the total value of your home is A plus B. Now, the comparable they've picked is the Astrodome in Houston, Texas. And the value for the Astrodome's land is C, and the value for the improvements for the Astrodome are D. And I realize the Astrodome's a little larger than your house, but after we make all the appropriate adjustments, you'll see that clearly the Astrodome, after making all the right adjustments, is valued just fairly as your home. So what we do is we take the Astrodome's land, which is C, and then we take the difference between your land and the Astrodome's land, or A minus C, and then we take the improvements for the Astrodome, which is D, and then we take the difference between your home, B, minus the Astrodome's improvements, D, and then when we look on the following line, all the C's and D's cancel out. So the adjusted value for the Astrodome, after making all the appropriate adjustments, is A plus B, which is the value of your home, A plus B. So you're probably thinking, well, that probably only works with the Astrodome. That's not going to work with, say, the Alamo. So let's say you're in San Antonio and you're looking at your unequal appraisal analysis that the appraisal district has provided, and you see the Alamo as one of the comps. So the land for the Alamo is at C, and the improvements for the Alamo are D. And it's important that you make all the appropriate adjustments. You'll hear this at the appraisal district, that they, after making all the appropriate adjustments, the adjusted value for the Alamo compared to your house is A plus B. Isn't that special? That works out so nicely. Well, the Texas legislatures may be going into special session, and so let's think about the Capitol building. So you're in the Austin area, and they have chosen the Capitol building as a comparable for your home. And of course, the land is C, and the improvements is D. And they make all the appropriate adjustments, stir it just right, sprinkle a little magic dust over it, and the adjusted value for the Texas Capitol building is A plus B, exactly the same as your house. Isn't that amazing? But in case you're still not convinced, let's look at the Cowboy Stadium in Dallas. So you live in Dallas and you're thinking, well, this wouldn't work in Dallas, but it does. So the land for the Cowboy Stadium is C, and the improvements are D. And now we make all the appropriate adjustments, all of them, not omitting even one. And we make the adjustments. And are you with me here? I bet you're ahead of me already. Yeah, you got it. The adjusted value for the Cowboy Stadium is A plus B, just the same as the value of your house. So, when you think about how meaningful the appraisal district's unequal appraisal evidence is, it's really not much help, because it always supports the value that they placed on your house. So, while some appraisal districts will consider evidence on unequal appraisal, at many appraisal districts, they ignore unequal appraisal at both the informal hearing and the appraisal review board hearing, and they will only consider unequal appraisal if you file for binding arbitration or if you file a lawsuit in district court. So this isn't how it should be, but this is how it is. So if you want to find out if you're really unequally appraised, go to the Texas Fairness Checker at cutmytaxes.com, and there is a real method of doing unequal appraisal. So go to cutmytaxes.com. It takes less than a minute and requires no personal information, and you will find out if you are unequally appraised or not. So check to see if you're fairly taxed at cutmytaxes.com. This is Pat O'Connor with O'Connor & Associates. We'll be back soon with another property tax tip. Thanks so much for joining.